Ed O'Keefe is standing by in the spin room with Julián Castro. Ed.
Yes, thank you, Elaine. Secretary, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's start with this. What were you thinking there when you took on the former vice president and suggested that maybe he was losing his mind a little bit there?
Well, look, this wasn't about personalities. This was about a difference in healthcare policy. Last time in Detroit, Senator Harris had said that Vice President Biden's healthcare plan would leave 10 million people uncovered. He said on the stage in Detroit that that wasn't the case, and then the media fact checkers, they did the work, and they said, yes, that's the case. It would leave 10 million people uncovered. So tonight I pointed that out, and I zeroed in on why. He had said that if you lose your job, you have to, you would automatically buy in to his plan.
Right.
When he said buy in, not everybody can buy into a plan. In other words, the difference between my approach and his approach is that in his approach, you would have to opt in to a plan. In my approach, you would have to opt out. That means that he would leave 10 million people uncovered. When he denied saying buy in, I said, didn't you just say buy in like 2 minutes ago?
So we pulled the transcript. And he does say here, anyone who can't afford it gets automatically enrolled in the Medicare type option we have. And then goes on with his answer. And then later on,
if you lose your job,
your insurance from your employer, you automatically can buy into this.
That. So this is the thing, Ed. When he says that, there's nothing automatic about it. If you have to buy in, there's some people that can't afford it. They cannot buy in. So I would just ask folks to really think about the policy here. That's why it was important for me to zero in on that, because his plan would leave 10 million people uncovered. My plan, my approach would cover everybody. So it's not a disagreement about personality, it's a disagreement about the policy.
Okay, but the way it came across has been dismissed now by rival campaigns as disqualifying, a low blow, out of bounds, the way you did it, by suggesting that he had forgotten.
Not at all. Did he say the word buy in?
Well, let's check the transcript again. The large out-of-pocket pay, you'll be able to get anyone who can afford to get automatically enrolled in the Medicare type option we have. And then later he says, if you want Medicare, lose your job from your insurance company, from your employer, you automatically can buy into this.
That's right. He said that you would have to buy into it, right? I said, you just said you'd have to buy into it, and because of that, it leaves people uncovered. He said, I didn't say buy in. I said, yes, you did say buy in. You just said that. You know, did you forget that you said that? So this was a conversation about why he's denying saying that you would have to buy in. That is factual. That's not something that, wasn't grounded in fact.
You know that others that have gone after him on stage like that are no longer with us. Eric Swalwell, Kirsten Gillibrand, and others. You worried at all that by taking him on in this kind of way?
Not at all. We had a debate about healthcare policy, okay? And that's what a debate is for. And so I would say to Democrats out there, when we go up against Donald Trump in October of 2020 on a debate stage, look, you better come ready to prove your point. I'm always ready to prove my point. I did it in a respectful way. I did it about healthcare policy, but I proved my point. And if I'm on that debate stage against Donald Trump, I'm going to get the better of Donald Trump, too.
Let me ask you one other, because we've been in here all week. There's talk about this Texodus that's underway. 5 House Republicans have quit. Ted Cruz today at a luncheon in D.C. acknowledged that things are changing here. If Republicans lose the state, it's basically game over. You're a student of Texas politics. What's going on here? Is this different this time, and what's causing it?
There are two dynamics happening in Texas. Number one, you've had a lot of people move in over the last 15 years that are moderating this state. The suburbs have turned against Trump and the Republicans. And secondly, you have the continued demographic changes, the growth in the Hispanic community, in other communities of color that are moving the state to the left, making it more competitive. You have a president like Trump that's just more unpopular than usual for a Republican president here.
Is that the accelerant?
It is.
The fact that not only people moving in and Latinos, but also Republicans now have issues with them?
Especially people in the suburbs abandoning Donald Trump and the Republicans. Because what I hear out there is they say, look, he just doesn't represent me. Those aren't my values anymore. I can't be a Republican. I was in the Woodlands about 2 months ago, which is a big suburb of Houston, and I had in the same day like 3 people just in regular conversation, the taxi cab driver and a couple of other people that said, I used to be a Republican, but I can't vote for Donald Trump. So, I'm going to vote Democrat or I might be independent, but people are leaving the Republican Party in Texas because of Donald Trump.
All right. Secretary Castro, good to see you.
Good to see you.
We'll see you in Ohio.
Thank you. We'll be there.
Take care. Thanks again.